tutti! Ciao amici! Ben ritrovati in questa seconda lezione di italiano. So, hi friends, hi everybody, and welcome back to the second lesson of my Italian course. So, last time we talked about very common words that we use immediately when we meet an Italian person, and those words are greetings, okay? So, we talked about words like ciao, or buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte, or eventually, piacere, when we physically meet someone and we shake hands, okay, piacere, or when we go away and we say arrivederci, goodbye, or see you soon, a presto. But all of these words are great. But the following step is starting a conversation. I understand it's not easy because we say something and then we are expected to understand what the other person is saying on the other side. But anyway, there are some formulas which are very common and very polite, and we use in most languages actually, and that follow the greetings, okay, immediately. Now we're going to talk about those, and while talking about those, we talk about pronunciation a little bit more, and then there will be also videos specifically about grammar and verbs and everything. But first of all, we have to take those words, okay, those verbs, etc., and to put them into sentences. And so we start with these very, very common sentences, and then we'll get on and we'll focus also on grammar issues, etc., etc. So, ciao. Ciao, you remember hi when I arrive and bye when I go away. When I arrive and I say ciao, or I say buongiorno, if it is more formal, basically, it's very polite if I add something more to ask how the other person is, okay, how things are going, basically. Now, in Italian, the function of these sentences are a little bit different from English, because in English, most of the times we ask those questions, but we don't expect any answer. When we go into a shop, for example, we step into a shop and we say, oh, good morning, how are you doing? And the other person can answer, how are you doing? Okay, so can answer with another question. They don't properly answer our question. It's not necessary. Okay, that question is not meant to be answered. Okay, there is no proper reply. Or anyway, there can be a reply, but it's not compulsory. I'm not impolite if I don't answer that question. In Italy, it is different. When I ask that question, obviously it's formal, obviously I'm not asking about your personal things or whatever, it's quite formal, it's quite superficial, but I expect an answer, okay, very quick answer, but you should actually answer. So we see question and answer now. So, ciao, come va? Ciao, come va? Come va is, how's it going? Okay, how are things going? How is it going? Come is how, okay? Pay attention to the pronunciation here. I know that it is spelled exactly like the verb to come in English, okay? But it is pronounced in a completely different way. Come, okay, see, and the O, co, and the E is pronounced come. It's not com, it's come. Come va, va. This word here is very short, just two letters, okay, is the verb to go, third person singular, goes, okay. So the sentence is a question, and it is, how does it go? Does it go is just va, for a very simple reason, because we don't have to write down the subject in Italian, okay? It's not compulsory. You don't have to do that. Well, sometimes you have to do that, but most of the times you can also decide not to write the subject. It exists, obviously, but it's not written and it's not pronounced, so it's implied. So in this case, it is an impersonal subject, it, and you don't have to put that. Okay, it exists, but you don't see it. So, come va is how's it going? Now listen to me. Ciao, come va? What do you notice? Say it again. Ciao, come va? Come va? Well, can you notice that my intonation is different from the usual one? Okay. In an affirmative sentence, I would say something like Ciao, come va? Come va? Come va? Come va? Ciao, come va? But this is a question, and I say Ciao, come va? And you see that my intonation goes upwards. You may see here I've written intonation with these 3 arrows. Okay, let's say that the intonation has to rise. Okay, our voice, our tone has to be higher there because it is a question. So I won't say ciao come va. I'd say ciao come va. So the difference between an interrogative sentence, a question, and a positive sentence, so an affirmative sentence, is just in the intonation. So focus on the intonation. Sometimes, okay, when people ask something but they're not using this intonation, we may be sarcastic and say, well, it's a question or a sentence. Okay, we are just being sarcastic there, but that joke exists just because we change our grammar structure just depending on the intonation. So it is quite clear this is a question if you read, because you have the question mark, but if you for example, listen to someone, it's not that easy if the intonation is not correct. So, ciao, come va? Ciao, come va? Well, answers obviously can be so many. There are so many possible answers there, but we choose just the most common ones, the easiest ones, and well, one of them is tutto ok. Tutto ok, grazie. Tutto ok. Tutto ok. Well, ok is okay, obviously, as in English. Tutto means everything. Okay, all or everything. So everything is alright. Okay, it's alright. I'd like you to focus on the pronunciation of tutto. First of all, because of the T sound, it's a consonant, and it's pronounced in a completely different way from the English pronunciation. In English, you'd say two, okay? In Italian, you'd say tu. It's not tu, it's tu. So we have first T and then a double T. As we said last time in my previous video, in my first video, talking about pronunciation, when I have a double consonant, the sound is longer, okay? Almost twice, okay? Twice the normal sound of a single consonant. So in this case, it is tutto. It's not tutto, but it is tutto. Well, you can see, you can hear, you can listen to my second T, the double T, which is stronger and it is also longer. Okay, tutto ok, grazie. Ciao, come va? Tutto ok, grazie. Easy. The second one is again with tutto, but I use another word which isn't okay, it's a more Italian word. It is bene. Bene means good or well, okay, both words. We can say that it's an adverb, so the correct translation should be well, okay, but in these cases we can also translate it with good, because in English we can also use that word. Well, tutto bene is it's alright. It's alright. That's a perfect translation. Okay. Tutto bene. Tutto bene. The first E should be more open than the second one, and well, following the phonetic alphabet should be bene. Bene. Then in a large part of Italy, especially in the north where I live, we don't say bene, we say bene. Okay, and both E, both vowels, the E sound, both of them are the same, bene, not bene. Well, it's not a problem anyway, okay? Anyway, the perfect pronunciation should be bene. So, tutto ok, tutto bene. Or the last one, the most informal one, very colloquial, especially if you're talking to a friend, for example, in a very informal environment. Tutto a posto, ok? Tutto a posto. Tutto, always tutto, okay, again. A posto. Posto means place. Well, literally, it's all in place. Well, something like this. It's a kind of, well, it's a saying we have also in other languages. In German, for example, we say alles in Ordnung. Okay, it means the same things, in place. So it's just in order to say it's all right again. Tutto a posto. Tutto a posto. Tutto a posto, grazie. Tutto a posto. And when I pronounce it quicker, faster, the first O isn't pronounced that well. Tutto a posto. We tend to skip it. Okay. Now, these are the possible answers to the question, come va? An easier answer is just with the word bene. Come va? Bene. How's it going? All right. Well. Okay, that's the translation. Bene can have before some words like, for example, molto, molto bene, which is very good, molto bene, very good, or abbastanza bene, quite well. It's not completely so-and-so. Quite well. Abbastanza bene. Pronunciation isn't so easy here. Abbastanza, double B, Okay, I stay there for a second, okay? I won't say abbastanza, I say abbastanza. I have to stop there and keep it longer. Abbastanza. Abbastanza. Means quite well. Or eventually, piuttosto. It's the same as abbastanza, they mean the same thing, quite, okay? Piuttosto bene, okay, piuttosto, it's quite well. Also here the pronunciation piuttosto, again the double T as in tutto, okay? Piuttosto, piuttosto bene. Obviously, I can also say that things are not going so well, okay? So the opposite of bene is male. Male means bad or badly, okay? And so I can also answer, okay, come va? Molto male, abbastanza male, or piuttosto male. Means that things are going really badly. Well, in this case we have to be prepared because people would probably ask why, okay? Well, most of the time, so anyway, when they answer, okay, things are going well, so molto bene, abbastanza bene, I can answer again and say, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad. So, abbastanza bene, and the other person can answer mi fa piacere. Mi fa piacere. Piacere means pleasure, so literally should be I have some pleasure from it, from the fact that your things are going well. Obviously, there can't be, in this case, there can't be a proper literary translation. I would say something like, yes, I'm glad. I'm glad. Piacere, it's a word we already know because we talked about that in my previous video when we talked about how to answer to a person who is introducing, okay, himself or herself, and we're shaking hands and I say piacere, it's a pleasure to meet you. So in this case, mi fa piacere, it's the same word, piacere, okay? The contrary, if I ask come va and someone answers male, molto male, okay, it's too bad, then I obviously would answer the opposite thing. So I'm sorry, mi dispiace. You see that the root of the word is the same, piacere, dispiace. Piacere is positive, dispiacere is negative. So I don't have pleasure here. Obviously you're saying that things are bad, and so I say I am sorry. I'm not saying I'm happy, and so it's the contrary. This at the beginning of the word means the opposite. So mi dispiace. Well, in this case, if you say come va? Male, molto male, it's too bad. Oh, mi dispiace, I'm sorry. I would probably go on and ask come mai, or eventually perché. Come mai, perché, they mean the same thing. So why? I'm asking the reason. I'm asking for the reason why you're sad or things are so bad, okay? I'm asking you why. Probably the word perché is more common, okay? And you may already know that because it's actually the translation of why. But in this case, in this specific case, while talking in this way, we would also use the word come mai, which is exactly the same, more colloquial, but the same, okay? Come mai, come mai. Come, again, pronunciation, okay? You have to pronounce the final E, come mai, okay? Or perché, okay? Now, as you may have noticed, we have talked just about this half of my whiteboard. What about the other half? Well, it explains the same thing, okay? It expresses the same question, the same intention, but with another question. It's not come va, but it is come stai. Well, the meaning is the same, okay? But in this case, I'm asking how is it going? Is it going? Okay, life, things. In this other case, come stai, I'm asking how you are. So the subject is you. How are you? This is how is it going? This is how are you? It is different. Also in English, it is completely different, okay? Here I'm asking about your life, and here I'm asking about yourself, okay? Come is always come, okay? It's the same. How, okay? Pronunciation is obviously the same. The second word here, stai, isn't the verb to be as in English, how are you? No, it is the verb stay, to stay, verbo stare, to stay, second person. So we don't, so singular obviously, so we don't say how are you, but we say how do you stay. Obviously it doesn't make sense in English, okay, but it's just to let you understand, okay, that the two verbs are used in a different way. It is wrong to use the verb to be in this case. It is wrong to say come sei, which is the verb to be. This is a common mistake. No, you can't say that. You can't use the verb to be here. You have to use the verb to stay. Come stai. The subject is tu in this case, but it is implied, as we said before. Now, it was it before, now it is you, so tu, okay? But I don't write it down for a very simple reason, because it is implied. Obviously it exists, come stai tu, but I won't say that. Come stai. Without subject, or better, with an implied subject, okay? Also in this case, same thing as in every question, the intonation, okay, has to rise again. So, come stai? Now, I'm emphasizing that, it's not that much. But, ciao, come stai? Come stai? Come stai? It's not ciao, come stai? It's come stai? Look at my eyes, it's not come stai. It is come stai, okay? You have to raise your tone. It is, how are you? Obviously the answers are the same. Tutto ok, tutto bene, tutto a posto, molto bene, molto male, piuttosto bene, piuttosto male, abbastanza bene, abbastanza male. Okay, I can give all of these answers anyway. Especially in this case, it is polite if after answering about yourself, you ask how the other people is, because they asked about me, so it's polite to show some interest for them. And so I would add, e tu? E tu? Ah, tutto bene, grazie. E tu? Ok? Bene, grazie, molto bene. E tu? Piuttosto bene. E tu? Tutto a posto. E tu? And you? Et tu? Always same thing, okay? Question mark. Et tu? Et tu? Now, et tu, the other person, obviously, especially if I have given a very plain answer like bene, grazie, okay, tutto bene, and I ask et tu, the other person could answer me too, thank you, okay? I'm fine too. Everything's alright for me too. And so the answer is anche io, grazie. Anche io, grazie. Ok? Come stai? How are you? Bene, grazie. E tu? Anche io, grazie. Okay, these two sentences are more fitting for this kind of question, come stai, okay, because I'm talking about you and I'm answering in the first person singular. In this other case, I'm talking about things, okay, so in the third person, and that wouldn't be so correct, okay, so this is why I put them here. Ciao, come stai? Bene, grazie, tu? Anche io, grazie. Ok, ciao, come stai? Abbastanza bene, grazie. E tu? Anche io, grazie. Ok? Anche io, in some cases you may see it written without the E here and an apostrophe, anch'io. Ok? This is perfectly correct. I've got two vowels in this case, so I can eliminate the first one and say anch'io. This is perfectly correct. Then another thing I'd like you to notice now, while I'm finding some space here. So last time we talked about pronunciation, and we said that this sound here, this consonant here, C, okay, as well as G, okay, are usually pronounced k, g, but with two vowels which are either E or E, they change the sound and the sound becomes chi, che or ji, je. But you could ask me, well, perfectly, I know that, I've used that when I say buongiorno, okay, I use G and I. When I say ciao, I don't say cow, because if there is C and I, it's great, you already know all of it. But you may ask me, what can I say perché? Okay, when I say why, or anche when I say to. Why? Perché? Okay, what do you notice here? Okay, this H breaks the rule. Okay, breaks the rule. This H is mute, I won't pronounce it. But when I put it between C and G and I or E, okay, I want to pronounce it G, but I go back to the original sound, which is K, G. Okay, so I would say perché and not perché. Okay, so normally C and E should be che, but in this case I've got an H in the middle, and so I say che. So I pronounce it like this, perché. I've got also an accent here. You may find the accent at the end of the words in Italian a lot, actually, also in verbs. It's an accent, pay attention, not an apostrophe. Many people write it down with a final apostrophe. I know that it is easier, especially for keyboards, foreign keyboards that don't have that specific symbol with the accent above, but please try, especially if you're writing something official, to use the accent when you have to use the accent, and the apostrophe when you have to use the apostrophe. Okay, they are two different things. Okay, obviously the accent at the end of the word, sorry, means that I have to emphasize, okay, that the stress is at the end. Perché? It's not perché, it's perché. So, perché is a special word, okay? We find a few rules, a few pronunciation rules here, okay? So the CH, same in anche, okay? Anche io, you remember, me too, anche io. Also in this case, I won't say ance, C and E, I won't say ance. I've got an H here in the middle, and so I say anche. Pronounce it k. All right, there are, I can say a few things here to think about. I hope it is clear, but don't worry about pronunciation, because we will have pronunciation lessons and we'll talk about that in details, and we'll talk about verbs in details and accents. But now you've got, we can say, a general idea of how you can answer to the very first questions, okay, for a very first approach, and you can start using these words. So my suggestion is to repeat them again and again, okay, in all the possible combinations, because here everything is possible with the words I've given you today, okay. All of them can be put together in different ways, so try to repeat them again and again until they become very fluent, okay. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes with pronunciation or things, it doesn't matter, okay. For the very beginning, it's good if you try to get the sound, okay, get the sound and put words together. Then we'll work on all of it, on pronunciation, on grammar, on everything, okay. Italian is a great word, it's like beautiful music, but there are a lot of rules, exceptions. We'll see, and we'll study them step by step, okay. But first things first. So as I always say, when we study a foreign language, the first thing we should try to do is to try, okay, is to start and try. It doesn't matter if we make mistakes, okay, and then step by step it will get easier. I hope it was useful today, and remember, if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask, okay? Leave me a comment below in your language. Well, in your language, okay, I can understand just Italian, English, German, well, and a bit French. If you speak other languages, then you may try eventually to translate it to one of them, and I'll be glad to answer. I am really glad to see that my first lesson was so, had such a positive response, a positive feedback from you, so thank you very much. And as I always say, thumbs up, okay, like the video if you find it useful, and share if you believe that some of your friends may be interested in learning Italian, a bit Italian with an Italian teacher. And thank you so very much as usual. So see you soon, a presto, arrivederci e grazie.